Thunder rolled above, booming and growling. The dark clouds began to spit out rain. The cold winter wind blew, whistling as it travelled. The trees swayed violently. The sun began to fade, and the darkness stretched across the forest. In the far distance, the illumination of campfires could be seen, the smoke disappearing into the sullen sky. My small company of warlocks crossed into the campsite. All heads turned, and the sounds of the camp ceased. The company of warlocks headed to the command tent. It was modest in size, and the tent was located in the center of the camp. The leading warlocks entered to see the general standing there, anticipating our arrival. "We have killed the Dark Lord as the prophecy told," said Rayard. Rayard was a lean, tall fellow with brown hair with a sword at his hip. "But why are you people surprised? It was prophesied, wasn't it? You people told us. You were eager for us to kill the Dark One. Yet when we returned, you were surprised. Why?" The general puffed on his tobacco pipe and inhaled deeply. He then puffed out the smoke and began to speak in his deep, smooth voice. "There was no prophecy. It was hoped when you fought the Dark One you would end up dead. It was all lies in hope of your death." "Why do you want us dead?" Rayard growled. "It was commanded to us by the Magician's Council. They fear you. They knew you were the most powerful and could overthrow them. So they hoped the Dark Lord would kill you. So they created this army and spread the message of the false prophecy so you would believe and be willing to fight." "Will your soldiers try and kill us now?" Rayard said. "No, there was no plan in case you won." Rayard stepped back, releasing his spell from the general, drew his blade and thrust it into the general before he had enough time to scream. He stalked out of the tent. "Hide the body and then gather your things. We ride soon," Rayard said. He hoped no one would notice the disappearance of the general before they left, or they would fight through hell to leave. The warlocks gathered. The horses whinnied impatiently. The lads of the warlocks gathered. They set off into the night. They cast balls of light that floated above them, repressing the darkness and clearly showing the way. The balls of light weren't bright enough to be seen from a trailing force. Rayard could feel the frustration of the others. They were tired and hungry. He looked to his left towards the vice-commander. Liam was a powerful warlock and had been among the first of his group. He was of a strong stature and had long, black hair coming to his shoulders. He had unhealed wounds and he was struggling to ride on. Rayard gritted his teeth. Soon they dismounted and led the horses through the forest. They eventually made it to a clearing. The night still surrounded them and created an eerie scene. The black night was silent except for the distant rumble of thunder vibrating through the tall trees. The chaotic wind slowed and the rain thinned. They made camp and ate. The atmosphere was a mix of merriment, frustration, and bewilderment. On the one hand, they killed the Dark One, but on the other, they had been sent to die. Soon many of the warlocks slept. The only sounds was that of the occasional words of the sentries and the hoot of a night bird.